Hey, 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 hey! Welcome to the Kaos Circus game with your host, Dennis TKR, Mia Bright, Johnny Crackerjack, and Alex. The only one without a second name. So welcome everybody, how y'all doing?
What is God.
Oh, in this episode we are going to discuss a bunch of random ass shit. I call it the riffraff of society, pretty much. So, anybody who wants to lead off anything, I do want to talk about the Oscars today, just so you know, that is going to be premiering tonight. Alex did a whole bunch of research. I did half-ass research on that. Mostly,
I did Twitter research.
Well, I looked at the nominations, and I watched the trailers, and then that's all I was really expecting Alex to do, but apparently they went in depth about what it means to get an award and the history of it.
Yeah, Oscar bait mostly.
Okay,
looking
so
at the history of Oscar
we'll
bait.
touch about that toward the end. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, totally.
I just want to say that I haven't seen a movie in theaters in about 5 years.
Because it's called pirating.
No, because I just don't watch movies anymore. But
yeah, that's understandable.
I've seen the titles of these movies, and I've seen some of these actors before, so...
But both Mia and Crackerjack are going to talk about gaming.
Oh, yeah.
They are a game-o duo, so...
I know a little bit about that.
More than a little bit.
I know a tiny bit about gaming. It's just
Alright.
a tiny bit.
No odds.
So, do you
Yes.
guys have any movies in mind that you would like to win Best Picture tonight? Out of the nominations. Should I read out the nominations really
Read it out for the audience.
Let me hear the movies of the year.
Let's hear
Okay.
the nomination. I have them written down, actually.
So I have
Do you
them
have
on my phone right
perfect.
here.
Yeah, don't worry.
Alright,
'Cause the
so
internet works.
the nominations for Best Picture are 1917,
Never seen
Ford v. Ferrari.
Can you explain a little bit about each movie? Did you watch
I
it?
do it.
cannot.
I can. I can explain
wonderful.
all of it.
Okay, so can we
So-
start? So 1917 is
Yeah.
one of my favorites on the list. It's a
Yeah.
movie about World War One.
Yes. And it has an interesting thing where it's supposed to look like it's all one shot, like that Michael Keaton movie, I think it's called Birdman, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's shot in that kind of thing.
Shot.
Yeah,
Oh,
one
really?
continuous shot throughout the entire thing, and it deserves a place on that list if only because of how impressive that is.
That
It
does
was
sound
made
intriguing.
amazingly well. I haven't seen it, but I've seen some trailers that are very promising. I've heard nothing but good things.
Sure. Also on the list is Joker. With
I meant to go see
Joaquin
that.
Phoenix.
I've seen people dancing on stairs, so I
Which,
guess that's
honestly,
my knowledge.
here's
That's
thing.
pretty much the movie.
This movie is literally the Taxi.
It's Taxi Driver,
Yeah, it's Taxi Driver.
but
that's the word.
with Joker.
Oh, like
Yeah,
the
no,
game?
it's no. Do you remember Taxi Driver?
Yeah,
with,
we drive people
Robert De
around.
Niro? No, not the game. The movie with Robin De Niro.
I like
From
Robert
the
De Niro.
from the was it 70s? Wait, 70s or early 80s?
80s, I believe.
Early 80s, yes.
De Niro in the movie.
It's the same thing as that movie, except Joker DC style, but same exact shit. Pretty much.
What movie was that?
Taxi
Joker.
Driver.
Joker.
Wait, Joker and Taxi Driver are very
Yeah.
similar. Yeah.
Joker and Taxi Driver, but I like it. And I like it. I had a friend who mentioned, "Oh, it's the same thing as this movie." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's awesome because that movie was awesome, which made this movie awesome in the same way. It's just a different perspective."
I guess we just gotta be glad
It's
nobody shot
adapted
the movie
to,
theater
just
after
so
watching
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people were. It was weird how much like news networks were like trying to say that's going to happen. Like, oh my God, there
Well,
could
you
be a
gotta-
shooting,
You gotta
and
find a way to
then
make
Oh, they
sales.
had
Nothing
cops
happened.
at every premiere everywhere.
yeah, and then nothing happened.
Yeah,
Literally
obviously.
nothing. There was not even any like scuffling.
Nobody cares anymore.
Well, I can tell you what
We
happened.
moved on.
The government made more money with police officers being there.
Well,
You know,
I'm
it's
sorry.
fair
I'm not
I thought
deflecting
this
from
was
the
it.
fact that shootings are bad. Like, no, people do still care about the losses of life and everything, but the people who have used certain things as an image don't care anymore because this has been outdated and it's uncool now to do the clown thing. Is what I'm saying. But no, it does matter about the lives that have been lost, and loves and prayers to those families who have suffered in the past. The Irishman.
Oh, I saw the trailer for that and I was very excited about
You
it.
have not watched it yet? It's
I
on
haven't
Netflix.
watched it,
It is
and
on-
you know
I've
that's
heard
actually
amazing
something that I found
things.
really
Yeah.
intriguing, because normally the nominations aren't from Netflix or Hulu or
Oh no,
Amazon.
no! Netflix has taken over everything.
Yeah, over
No,
the
I'm
past
serious.
2 years.
Pretty
it's-
much anything
I
that
don't
wins
know.
these days is Netflix.
It's a moment of time before Disney buys
They
out
even made
Netflix.
a joke about it at the last awards. I
Really?
believe it was the Emmys. And yeah, no, they made a joke about it. It's like, why not just say Netflix? wins everything. And we're over. We're done. You just wasted 3 fucking hours of all of these people's time.
Oh, we're getting there.
So,
Adam
That's
Sandler's
really
going up
funny.
with
I haven't really
Netflix
been
now.
paying attention.
Oh, yeah, he
Netflix.
got 4 movies.
Well, you know, he said
$200
if he didn't get a win there at the last awards, that he was going to put out some movie as the worst movie of his career, and then he announced he was making 4 movies. So we'll just see which one's the worst, I guess.
Wait,
Yeah, he is.
who?
So Adam Sandler, who made Uncut Gems,
Yeah. He did not make.
Was-
No, he was cast in Uncut Gems.
I know he was cast
was not
in
his
Uncut
movie.
Gems, but he was really proud of it, and he
is.
thought it should have been at the Oscars, and let's all admit, probably should have.
Oh,
But
that
it
one
was
of
snubbed
his
at the
best
Oscars.
performances.
It was snubbed at the Oscars. No
Yeah.
mention of it anywhere. And he said if it was snubbed at the Oscars, he's going to make the worst movie that he's ever made.
Well, let's hope so, because it's like the movies he didn't really try on early '90s movies such as Happy Gilmore and Big Daddy and such.
Well, it's a different
Whereas his best
time period
movies
for him.
were the best movies he ever put out, and maybe by going back to not giving a crap, we can get something good out of Adam Sandler.
This is a backup.
I mean, yeah, it'll be nice to get back to, good old Adam Sandler just not
But
giving
he
a
has
shit.
grown as
But-
an actor.
Well, Adam Sandler's not going to be there tonight, so let's move on. What's the next movie on the
Yes,
list?
yes,
Anyway, The Irishman, Martin Scorsese, of
my
course,
God.
is great.
So
Right.
the only movie that I watched that's on the list would be Little Women. I believe the director
By the
is
way,
Amy Pascal.
The movie title is a lie. The women were too much. There's nothing but women in this movie. There was not little women. There was more than quite a few.
Dennis, Little Women is a reference
I
from a
know.
line at the
It's-
end of the movie.
Wait, so you
It's
tell
a
me if I
book
watch this
that we
movie,
read.
I have to wait to the end of the movie to figure out what the whole movie's about?
No.
Was this the one Quentin Tarantino did?
No.
Nice.
The Quentin
Nice, buddy.
Tarantino one is which one? Let me see.
A Night in
Once Upon
Hollywood.
a
Once
Time in
Upon a-
Hollywood.
He was,
That's the
making
only
a joke.
one.
That was not literal.
That's about the only
That
movie
went way over your head, Alex. Way over
I
your
just
head.
can't imagine a Little Women movie directed by Quentin
Hey,
Tarantino.
he said
Actually, that would be
Well, haven't you ever
awesome.
seen the show Little People Big World?
Yeah.
I have not.
Oh, that's a fun show.
It's
Shout out to Little People Big World. Great show. Wish you guys would bring it back. Thank you.
But
is that the one with the midgets?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They're not midgets, they're little people.
The little-
It's a big world.
I am not politically correct, everybody, so I apologize for everything. I'm not trying to be insulting. I'm just an asshole. Thank you.
anyway.
Once
There's, more
Upon a
movies.
Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino. A lot of
Was-
people say I look like Quentin Tarantino. Haven't seen the movie.
No, you
was
not.
excited for
First of all,
it.
he got fat as
Would
hell.
love to.
Yeah, so first
yeah.
of
Well,
all,
guess
yeah.
what? When I'm 40, 50 years old, I'm sure I'll be a little bit chubbier too. So
Yeah, well, okay, you're way
So-
taller. I'm sorry. You look way better.
Shout out to
than
Quentin Tarantino, my favorite director of all time. Sorry, I haven't seen your movie yet.
Second favorite. I love you still.
I have to say, I'm big. So,
Kevin Smith still number one.
this was good.
Yeah, don't see Kevin Smith there though.
I'm.
Love Kevin
Should be.
Smith.
I'm
but-
sorry.
sorry.
One thing I do remember, I bring on mention is Jay and Silent Bob reboot was
Excited for
actually-
that. Let's get another Mallrats.
Well, Mallrats was referenced in it. So all I gotta say is though, that was a great reboot.
Congrats on the weight loss.
It shows
by
the
way, Kevin
definition.
Smith.
Well, he kind of had to. It's called having a little maker heart attack and almost dying.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
He didn't have to. He could have just.
Could have just kept
Continue
going for
life
another
and die.
6 months.
Just died.
But
He could just die.
he supported his daughter. His daughter's like, "Hey, great time for you. Could go vegan."
He's a real
He
family
supported.
man too.
He is.
He
no,
is. He's a
I
great
loved
guy.
his-
I love
he's
his
a great
comic-
father.
his
And Jason
comic
Mewes
books,
is
though,
also
that
a
was
great
great.
father.
I have no idea who we're talking about anymore.
Kevin
Smith,
Smith and
Silent
Jason
Bob.
Mewes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Your Silent Bob.
You've never watched.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay, so
Dennis.
Alex is
Okay.
very outdated.
When you get back off this, go watch some Kevin Smith movies, and you'll
got
laugh
some,
your
okay?
heart out.
Especially
It's-
Jersey Girl. That's one of my favorites. One of the most underrated Kevin Smith movies is Jersey Girl.
Jersey
Being a
Girl.
father of a daughter, Jersey Girl is one of my favorite movies ever.
I
Dog
think I
Whisperer.
watched that.
Oh,
with
is that
you.
the one where they keep saying that? Ooh, for the. Oh, that's Jersey
I
Boy.
think we watched that.
Yeah.
movie
Yeah, that's
together.
the rock
That's
movie.
Jersey Girl's the one with Ben Affleck and J Lo was the mother who died in the beginning, and
She's
then
still alive. She's the Super Bowl.
Liv Tyler as the romantic interest. But no, Ben Affleck's the daughter of this little girl with Jersey, and it's about being a father, a single father, raising up and making a choice between career
Oh,
and
Big
being a
Daddy.
parent. No, well,
With Adam
Big Da-
Sandler?
That's a good movie, but that's not what I'm talking about. That's also a great movie. It's one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies. But again, not what I'm talking about.
But
Yes, so
No, what else is on the list?
what I just want to say is Kevin Smith created a great Jay and Silent Bob Universe, and he topped it off with this recent film of Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, which is pretty much Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, but the best things about it, and all his other movies that he made in the past, and then modernized it and made it perfect in every way possible.
Yes, we understand.
It
we
was a
love Kevin
tearjerker,
Smith,
and it made
probably
me
get on
laugh.
your knees for Kevin Smith. Now let's get back to the Oscar nomination.
So,
Yeah,
I
actually
Should have been
actually,
Oscar nomination.
I'm actually interested in one of these. I haven't seen it, but it's Marriage Story,
Yes,
and if I
almost,
remember
yeah.
correctly, Kylo Ren is the dad.
Yeah, Adam Sandler.
Yes, Colin Ren.
Wait, Adam Sandler.
Actually,
No, wait, Adam Driver. Wrong person.
Adam
Aaron Driver, local around here
Hold
also.
on.
Adam
I'm
Driver's
actually. So you know
local.
those websites where they take the faces of two people and they try to mash it up to see what the child would be?
Oh no.
I'd like to see that with Adam Driver and Adam Sandler.
I think they were
That'd
about the same
be
face.
terrible.
I'm gonna throw in
That would be
Keanu
the
Reeves
same
with
fucking
that
face.
now.
That's all I'm gonna say. All right.
Keanu,
Except one would be taller
unholy-
than the other. If
the
you have two
unholy
kids,
love child of
one would be
Keanu Reeves,
smaller.
Adam Sandler, and Adam Driver.
It would be like twins.
Keanu
Arnold
Reeves would be
Schwarzenegger
the
and Danny
only stable
DeVito.
person in that relationship.
Except they'll be
Is
they
he
look
really
the same,
stable,
but one
though?
would be tall and one would be
He
short.
he's internally screaming all the time. He just puts on a chill front. That's
So-
Keanu Reeves.
That's actually a good movie. I did watch Marriage Story. It
You
was
did?
quite good.
Okay, do you feel
And-
like it has a shot at the Oscars?
No.
Okay.
it
I feel it's a great movie, but I think it's going to be underappreciated.
I feel the same way
So-
with Little Women. Little Women was a good movie, but I don't think that it'll.
I think it was a good book. I never actually watched this new
So-
rendition of it on
From the
film.
hype I'm hearing, it sounds like more or less just from what with the internet and everyone else that hears it. We're looking at either 1917 or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
so
Top.
Well, here's the thing,
Um,
like, well,
top
yeah,
tier.
but
What
We,
are their
we do
prospects?
have some other
yeah,
nominations.
there's
that
one.
continue on.
It's changed. Like
So
the last
there's
time
one-
that news went on, like that was all the internet hype was completely wrong.
So I've heard of one potential strong showing, but you haven't mentioned it yet. So keep going.
So, one that I do want to go over because it's from a director that I really do love, but I've never heard of this movie that he's done. Jojo Rabbit.
Actually, I haven't heard about
Oh,
that, and
okay.
the commercials for that looked
Yeah, the
absolutely
trailers.
amazing.
I want to
They
watch
did.
that.
I don't know like what they're going for, but it looked hilarious.
But-
Young
I love-
Nazi kids, is that
I-
is that what it's
yeah,
all
yeah,
about?
yeah,
Yes,
but
okay,
I
yes.
love
like
the
the Boy
fact
Scouts.
that
It looked like the
Hitler
Boy
Youth.
Scouts,
Nah,
the
I
Hitler
just-
Youth of Boy Scouts. And
Yeah,
I just
no, it
love
was
I
great.
love the fact that Taika Waititi, who is a Jew, is playing Hitler. It's fucking wonderful.
So, actually, I did want to bring this up. Lindsay Ellis once did a video essay on, who's that Jewish comedian? Dennis likes referencing him.
Pauly Shore?
Satire. Pauly Shore isn't Jewish.
Oh, sorry, Polly.
You're
It's
wrong
the
about
weasel.
which one? Most-
Satire, a Jewish man.
Seth Rogen?
Adam Sandler.
No,
He was a Jew.
Cowboy movie.
Cowboy.
I'm
movie.
so confused.
Adam Sandler.
No.
Adam Sandler is the only
No,
Jewish one.
no.
Are we talking about Blazing Saddles? Because I'm sorry.
Okay.
He's
Blazing
dead.
Saddles, I think maybe.
But
Oh, you're talking about freaking Willy Wonka.
he's dead. He died.
He's dead.
Gene
6
Wilder?
years
Gene Wilder.
ago.
No,
Gene Wilder's dead,
no,
guys.
no, director.
I'm sorry. I
director.
love Gene Wilder.
Oh, you're talking about freaking Mel Brooks.
Yes!
Yes.
Yes!
I love Mel Brooks.
Okay.
Wait, he's Jewish?
Yes, he's
Are
Jewish.
you sure?
He is Jewish.
Hey, it's Hollywood.
Fact
Everyone's
check.
Jewish.
Hey. Well, Dennis, no. Dennis, no.
No, wrong
Dennis,
religion.
no. Okay, anyways, Lindsay Ellis was
Wow,
doing
that's
a
a
video
fuck up.
essay on Mel Brooks and his use of satire, and in this video essay she noted how difficult it was to portray Nazis in films in a way that doesn't accidentally glorify them.
Well,
And how oftentimes when they aren't glorified, Nazis
Is
will
that
still
what the movie
appropriate. No, I'm gonna get to that.
Okay.
And it's very difficult to make a movie about Nazis that Nazis will not then appropriate for their own uses.
I mean, it's very easy to see positives in anything, and also Nazis are pretty good at that.
And
Hate to say it, but
what Lindsay Ellis noted was that what Lindsay
Raising their
Ellis
right hand.
what Lindsay Ellis noted is that when you frame Nazis in a way that makes them look like doofuses, it then prevents modern Nazis, or I should say the alt-right, from then appropriating that image. So what I really like
Hey, we're all
about
dumbasses. Please
Jojo
believe
Rabbit
us.
is that it portrays the Nazis as complete idiots without underscoring the seriousness of the Holocaust. So I'm excited for this movie, and I think it has a shot.
I definitely need to see it.
I need to. For full disclosure, I have not seen
They
it.
did it. Unfortunately, they didn't have it in the movies in the big theater around here. Is one of those off theaters. It's one of those movies that kind of had a smaller viewing there.
There was the Wonderland Theater in Niles. There was a showing of it there, but I never got to see it.
The fact that it is about Nazis makes it a little bit harder to sell.
Probably, yeah.
Anyways, next on the nomination.
I'm sorry, Dennis.
Go ahead. I was gonna say one of the things that I like that's on the list. I want to say Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys watched that. I personally did.
Well, I knew Ferrari would win. Why would you put a Ford up against a Ferrari?
You know what? Fuck you. You foreign ass bastard.
I've got
Wait,
my
that's
06 Mustang built of plastic going up against a beautiful looking Ferrari.
You know what?
Yeah, who's gonna win this?
Yeah, Shelby
wonder.
Cobra, okay? When they first built the Shelby, named after the racer himself, it was quite an honor. There's a reason. And it was the first time Ford has made an attempt to not just make a vehicle, but make one that was fast and elegant and sexy looking for racing.
Is that when they outsourced it?
No, that's before they outsourced it. Asshole. Fuck you.
But I think there's one movie left, and this was the one that
Yes,
is
this
interesting.
is the one that's interesting. Parasite by Bong Joon-ho, and I'm very sorry if I messed up that name.
No, I think you're about right on the name. I've heard some
I-
amazing things. I've heard people saying
No,
it's a
I-
favorite. I have
Chris.
zero clue what this movie's about. I
So-
haven't seen anything on it, but I just keep hearing coworkers saying it's one of the greatest
So-
movies they've ever seen.
So the only thing I know about it is that it's following this recent trend of social commentary movies like Knives Out and Hereditary and all of that, where it's set in one house. So it has that kind of aesthetic to it, I guess. But it's interesting because this is a movie that doesn't have an English translation, I think. It only has subtitles. And yet people are still absolutely loving it, which means, because I hate to say it, people are fucking lazy. They don't want to read subtitles.
That's true.
Oh, now hold on
But-
a second, because I'm just going to add something about subtitles here. I watch everything I watch with subtitles, whether it's Netflix, Hulu,
Oh, yeah.
Disney Plus.
Ditto.
I always have subtitles on my TV because I always feel like I'm missing things, and by using subtitles, I catch more jokes
Oh,
and
absolutely.
catch
Yeah,
more
no.
what's going on with subtitles, and I prefer. And actually, if movie theaters wanted to throw subtitles on their movies on everything, I would love it personally.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
I would definitely go to any subtitle screenings over anything else. But I know a lot of people are against it because they think it's a distraction.
'Cause they're lazy
which-
as fuck.
Yeah, they're lazy as fuck, basically.
Yeah.
But this movie got a lot of money. It got a whole bunch of awards so far, despite being a foreign film with only subtitles, and that makes it very interesting to me. And I haven't seen any.
Hey, don't forget about Pan's Labyrinth. That was the last movie that
Pan's
came out.
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth
That was fantastic.
Oh, what a
That was,
masterpiece that
I
was.
recently watched that, and
It's
I fell
actually
in
on
love
Netflix
with
or
it.
Hulu?
Netflix.
Yeah, so you can
That's
watch it now. And
hell of a
everybody
movie.
hears that
It's so I love Guillermo del Toro, the director, but this is my favorite movie of his by far. It's incredible.
Have
Oh,
you
yeah.
seen
It's a adult
The
fairy
Shape
tale,
of
pretty much.
Water?
I have seen The Shape of Water. The Shape of Water is good, but it's it felt almost like
I want to say essence.
it lacks the kind of special feeling that a lot of Guillermo del Toro movies have.
Yes.
Like Pan's Labyrinth or Crimson Peak or even Pacific Rim, they're all like
Or Hellboy.
or Hellboy. They all have this very specific quality. That's there we go. The Shape of Water felt a lot more polished in a way that took over the kind of, I don't want to say crudeness, but some parts of his earlier films were, how do I put that? Words are hard. The point
You
is,
put them together to make a sentence.
yeah, that was incredible.
Yeah,
But
I made it.
what the fuck are words? But the point is, The Shape of Water felt like it was too polished and too overdeveloped, I guess.
It was
Well,
too
Before I
forget-
go and watch The Shape of Water, does anyone ever figure out what The Shape of Water is?
It's a bop.
Because I just figured
It's
it's
water.
omniscient. You're
So-
going to think about anything.
So forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think The Shape of Water had a lot more various investors than Guillermo del Toro's earlier works.
Oh yeah, because
So-
after Pacific Rim, he was lined up to make a big movie, and this was his big movie.
Absolutely. So I feel like that's where you're getting the polishedness from.
Yeah,
because
probably.
there's a lot
Movie was
more.
a flop, pretty much.
It was pretty good.
Well, I'm sorry, it
It
wasn't
just
a flop. I wouldn't say that.
I mean, it won an Oscar, so I don't know if it was a flop.
Okay, who really cares who wins the Oscars? We're talking about it just because it's a topic, but it's happening tonight. But at the same time, that gets voted by a few hundred people up in Hollywood who control everything.
50.
All right, best actor. Let's go.
But yeah, I think Parasite. 1917 and Ford v Ferrari have the
There's-
best shots.
There's one more.
I'm not sure if
of the
I'm
Oscars
really
that I wanna
liking
say.
Ford v Ferrari. though. I haven't
Well,
watched
okay,
it.
the
but
thing
It's
is-
actually, I'm a car guy, so I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but I just don't
It's
think you
fucking
can
heavy.
get that
So,
coming out as a winner tonight.
There's one more Oscar nomination that I want to say that's the first one of its I don't want to say saga.
Okay.
It's Star Wars. The Rise of Skywalker is up for an Oscar.
Wait, what?
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you.
That's
That is
Why?
a nomination.
No, it's not on my list. How?
It's on there.
for which cat? Is it for editing?
I did not see which one it's for.
Was it for cinematography? Like I could kind of understand.
Peter, right
those.
there. Jump on there. Google that shit.
I'm just gonna say, in the words of some great Canadians, that's a
Oh,
hard
it's
no
for
there, bud.
best original music score.
Wow.
And that's the one Star Wars gets.
Wow. You know, maybe the first, the original, the sixth,
Trilogy?
the original trilogy, or even the first three could go for.
The Phantom Menace had Duel of the Fates during the Darth Maul fight. That's the best piece of music for any film ever.
Oh
But,
God.
Oh, okay, so Mia, I think you would like this. Hold on. Parasite has also been nominated for Best Foreign Language Film.
Oh yeah, and it's
Probably
gonna win that.
It'll win that hands
For
down.
sure.
That shouldn't be a struggle right there for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, other things that we're not going to go into, but real quick, we're going to read off. The Two Popes is on there, which I haven't watched yet. I want to, but at the same time, I kind of don't.
It's
But
John
it does
Malkovich,
have-
so I want to watch it, but also
And it's Anthony Hopkins. What are you talking about?
no, John Malkovich is also in it.
You see? I don't know. Okay.
He's the rowdy pope.
Well, there's
Oh.
two of them, so there's got to be two popes.
There's two popes.
Well, okay, so John Malkovich
I thought it was at
and
least.
Anthony
Let me
Hopkins.
check.
So, which is awesome. Bombshell. That's an interesting one. I also saw a trailer for. Pain and Glory with Antonio Banderas, also another foreign film.
Antonio Banderas.
This film is in Spanish, and it's fucking from the trailer that I saw. I know a little bit of Spanish, so I'm watching it and I'm watching the trailer, and I was quite intrigued. I do want to watch that personally.
How old
Oh,
is he?
Harriet. Harriet looks real good.
Alright.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I close the window? I'm feeling a bit chilly.
Let it air real quick.
Okay.
I just smoked a cigarette.
Can you give me an age on Antonio Banderas?
Old as fuck.
That's his age.
Just curious.
Sorry. Sadly, he's.
I love the guy. I'm just thinking to myself, God, he's been.
Yeah, open up
doing
the
this
tab.
forever.
Yeah, look that up.
Hey, Antonio, he's only 59 years old.
Really?
Wait, really?
Surprised.
He was born in
surprised.
1960.
I would've-
I mean,
I
he
would've
still looks
said,
good, but
He's
I was
looking great for that
I was
age.
thinking he was gonna be like 60 or 70.
I would have said
I
60.
thought
And he
more,
just
at least
still looks
60.
like he's fucking 40 because he's fucking
Good for
Antonio Banderas.
Good
Because
for
he's
you, Antonio.
God, he's hot.
Congrats, brother.
Like I'm straight, but we can have a
You can have a conversation.
yeah, we can have a conversation
I'd love to
about
talk
that.
to him.
But yeah, Harriet looks amazing. It looks like a really strong, film for the African Americans, and it's just amazing. Like from the way I saw the trailer, it seems like it speaks a lot of words. I would
Is
say
that can you give me a synopsis on that real quick?
it's about
Harriet.
Harriet Tubman.
Okay, I
It's
just
about
didn't
that.
wanna-
The one they originally, in the workings, they were gonna make with
She really good
what's her name,
I'd be interested. in
Sandra
seeing that.
Bullock, I believe is who they originally wanted to cast in the '90s to make this, which makes absolutely no sense.
No, that would
What?
Yeah,
would
no,
offend a lot of
Is
it's
she a white woman?
exactly.
There we go.
That is my point exactly.
I hate to say it, but
It's just fucking a terrible
What is
idea
this, Pretty Little
that
Liars?
Miramax had. Let's just say that.
Well,
I don't know if it was Miramax, but somebody.
Wait.
Judy,
Don't
which is a
shout
musical.
at me, you won't wake up tomorrow.
That looks good. Toy Story 4 is up for an Oscar. I forgot what it's about.
I haven't seen it, but it went on Disney
Best
Plus
animated
yesterday.
feature.
Is it up now?
It's on Disney
I'm gonna
Plus
watch that.
officially.
tonight.
So I hate to say this, I'm pretty sure Toy Story 4 isn't going to win because there's a Netflix movie.
Oh, I lost my body.
It's
Klaus. I did see Klaus.
Klaus
There we
is
go.
incredible.
Klaus.
I'll watch a movie if it's on Netflix or Hulu, but other than that, sorry everybody.
Honeyland
Also
is on there too. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Oh, Mr. Rogers.
Yes.
That's got Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks was voted for best supporting
I
actor.
grew up watching that
He's
every
being
day.
up for consideration.
Supporting actor? He's the actor.
No, he is. I mean, the main character's a reporter, right?
Do you really think he's
Oh,
related? Because they said that they, followed his genealogy there, and they said that he was actually like
Is
distant
it?
relative.
I can't tell you the truth about that. I did not look that up.
I have a hard time believing that. Now he looked the part. He did a great job. It looks
You got
like,
this?
but I just
Alright, cool.
have a hard time.
Alright, Mia, what you got?
He is legally.
Snopes.com. Sure, let's go with that.
Yeah, that's reliable.
I don't
It's
care.
decent. It's good
good
to
enough
find,
for this kind of thing.
Okay, so what's
I mean,
it
it's
say?
better than saying I
It's
Googled
true.
it.
He is
Oh,
related.
wow.
Related to Mr. Rogers.
Well, you know what? It kind of explains why he looks so much like him now.
And it kind of
Everything.
explains that they
Mr.
have
Rogers,
a little
They're
bit of
they're
the same
cipher
vibe,
of
right?
cousins. They
Yeah.
shared the same great grandfather, Johannes Mefford. Okay.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
when you guys are ready, I just want to share with you the best visual effects nominations so that,
That
we
I'm
can have a
interested
good,
about.
so that we can have a good laugh. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
After this, video games.
the
Okay.
nominations include the two ones that I think are like serious nominations: 1917 and The Irishman.
Any war movie's got that
But
great visual.
they include
Especially being a one
Star Wars: The
Irishman's
Rise of Skywalker,
Okay.
Avengers: Endgame, and The Lion King, which I understand for like best visual effects, but they couldn't make the animals emote, which is
Lion
frustrating.
King.
Okay. Second of all, first of all, actually, second of all. So first of all,
no, second of all.
so if we were to skip to second of all, I did watch recently The Lion King because they
Okay.
added it to Disney Plus like a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
a week ago or so, and I think it was beautiful. They kept the story exactly the same. The screenplay is almost exactly the same, word for word. All about it.
There are a couple
all about
of
it.
adjustments
Well,
that I
there's a
don't
few.
feel comfortable with.
Okay, I don't know about that. But point is, I like the visual. There's certain parts in the movie where I couldn't tell if it was real or not. The water effects, especially, was absolutely brilliant. The dust in the air of like during the stampede was magnificent. Like visually, I thought the movie was spectacular. Obviously, the screenplay was amazing because it was almost exactly the same, and I loved the original story. And I enjoyed watching this with my niece and nephew. So like we had a great time watching it. I freaking loved it. It was beautiful.
So
So
the only thing that's making me have a hard time agreeing with you is the fact that Narnia could have their lion show emotions, but the lions in the Lion King can't show
Well, they were
emotions.
because they were actually trying to make it look like a lion. They didn't want them to show emotion other than what the animal can show.
It's
still
a
disappointed
Disney
they never
movie.
really
It doesn't
went out
matter.
with
That's
cars.
the whole point about this
So I
remake of
wanna
Lion
say
King was
it
to make
was-
the CGI as realistic as possible to the animals as they are animals.
it was a stylization choice for the sake of appealing to
The artist, yeah.
broader audience abroad. Us in the U.S. are more used to Disney's cartoons, of course, but a lot of people in like say China or Malaysia
Yeah.
or a lot of Eastern Asia
Did
don't
they even
have,
get to watch it in China? Because I know the censorship over there is just
They got the Lion
China
King.
doesn't count.
Well, I mean,
They got the Lion King.
they got
That's
the
it.
They just got,
the Lion
they
King.
just
That's
got
all you can get.
Oh, wow. But I'm saying the point is that they
I have a plan of that, but
they,
go ahead.
They didn't get to see the original animation feature. So if you think about it, if this was your first time seeing The Lion King, if 2019 version,
Yeah.
then you're going to be a lot more positive about it.
Yeah.
So you have to
So-
think about it from that perspective.
So I feel
I
like
loved it.
It's
all
just
of-
hard to go against
It's a different
the original
version. You could still watch the original.
That's
you could still
true.
watch the
There
new
even
one.
says Zoo.
And
I
it's
do
the
like
same
the
shit.
Test John Oliver. That's the only thing I
That's
like.
about the only.
Hey, that's Beyonce and
James Earl Jones is Mufasa. That's all that fucking matters.
Hey, that's not fair. We also got Danny Glover.
Yes, we did,
Simba.
and we got not Dan. Don't say Danny Glover. That's a different actor. Donald Glover.
Okay, sorry.
Danny Glover is Lethal Weapon. Get that right.
Alright, got it.
They're not related.
I'm not a huge fan of Donald
Sad way,
Glover.
unfortunately. Yes,
I'm not a huge fan of Donald Glover.
I am. Sorry. It
That's-
sucks to suck. You're not perfect like me. All right, so
Donald
Okay, but
Glover.
here's the thing. I feel like the reason why I didn't have any interest in the movie whatsoever was because I was expecting Aslan,
you know what?
and I didn't get that, and I was sad.
You got Beyonce instead.
Are you as disappointed in me that they didn't go on with the Chronicles of Narnia? I mean, I read the whole series. I mean, we're talking.
Oh, they stopped. Yeah, I know.
Whole series.
Well, you can watch the original full.
The cartoon
film.
ones.
No, not the cartoon. The BBC version. It came out in the early '90s. Where they filmed it all in 3 years.
With a budget of 2.
Yeah, it's such bad special effects, by the way.
God.
Terrible.
But
that's the ones they made us watch in school. Do you remember?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. So, but I do want to say one thing about China. South Park. Thank you, Trey Parker, Matt Stone, for fighting back against China.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Watch South Park. South Park made an episode that was criticizing China's censorship, I believe.
Yes.
And the leader.
Yep.
And China doesn't like that, so.
Yeah. So they completely went against all standards and fought against that. And again,
now South Park is from China.
Long story short, before I get shot by somebody for saying this, somebody had made the connection that China's communistic leader looks like Winnie the Pooh.
Oh,
yeah.
So,
they brought that up.
So Disney got banned from China because people kept making signs, posters, pretty much comparing him to Winnie the Pooh, and that was a bigger deal than you would ever think could ever happen.
Yeah, dictators are really sensitive about their self-image.
Yeah,
so.
I was.
Somebody has a small dick.
You will get shot for that. You know that. Right?
Oh, I'm okay with that.
If you bring up Winnie the Pooh anywhere
before.
near China, you will probably get taken in a van and you will never see you again.
Hey, that's not fair. That's not fair. They are now allowing publicists to go into their camps. So
camps. Let's just revisit that one.
Exactly.
I always got really confused about Xi Jinping's dislike for being compared to Winnie the Pooh, because if somebody told me that I reminded them of Winnie the Pooh, I would feel overjoyed.
Okay, so he's a man, or he thinks he's a man,
and he's also a dictator who needs to appear kind of strong.
He needs to appear a certain image of
but
being
dictators,
blah blah blah.
I mean, if you told me I looked like Winnie the Pooh, which I mean, let's face it, it's
you got
there.
the tub.
I mean, I love to eat and hang out with my friends and go on many adventures.
Short,
great,
fat,
but I'm also not trying to rule the
mood.
world and have all the money in the world and pretty much have
control everything.
Control of everything with my best friend Putin. But
hey, that's not.
Don't talk about my father that way.
Don't leave out.
That's my bastard father. Don't talk about him that way.
They have a decent relationship, but not so much. China likes to not visit too many of their.
Well, China likes them because they stopped South Korea from having a. Anyway, that's all right.
So let's jump off the movie stuff for a bit. New games. It's gonna go to John and Mia about this stuff. What is going on in the gaming industry? What is happening? Go, my bros.
Well, they prolonged the release of Keanu Reeves' new game.
They did.
Again.
Wait, which game?
Cyberpunk 2027.
I thought it was 2077.
Maybe 2077. Give me an extra on that. I don't know. It's by CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, it's 2077.
Yeah,
right.
2077. It's by CD Projekt Red, the makers of The Witcher, Witcher 3. A lot of people are watching the show on Netflix now, The Witcher. It's very accurate, very well done. The casting for that show, by the way, was great, but we're not going to talk about the show too much. I've recently put in a little over 130 hours into The Witcher 3 since they ported it to the Switch.
I have no idea.
Absolutely wonderful game. I would say the creators are great.
100%.
Now, the company CG Projekt Red goes under a lot of fire because they are a little hard on their workers, and I guess I really need to I really need to use that word very skimmily. They force labor out of their employees, and it's very sad. It's very hard.
They're basically Rockstar Games, but somehow they got less attention for it.
So if I understand correctly, in the gaming industry, they hire a bunch of people to cram a bunch of work into a couple of months and then fire them with no benefits.
Yeah, they're independent contractors, not employees.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I've never actually researched into this.
You don't hear much of it because a lot of them get rehired onto other projects. But CD Projekt Red has always focused mainly on the Witcher series and nothing else. But now they got the Cyberpunk coming out, which is supposed to be the greatest game of all time.
So this kind of explains Bungie, for example. They've done that. I believe that's the only one I've heard about doing it.
Well, I mean, I have zero hate towards Bungie, and except for.
But 343 rehired a shitload of people that were originally in Bungie.
Well, they pretty much had to.
Well, no shit. To get that
Bungie
story
was
going.
very smart in pretty much stopping the series after 3. Yes, they made, the one
3 was the
game
worst one.
afterwards.
I still
But
like 4 better.
The story was great. They understood it was a trilogy, and they knew where they needed to stop. Selling it to 343, in my opinion, wasn't the best idea. I mean, I get it. Halo's going to make money one way or another. Somebody's got to do something with it, give it to another company.
I
But
think
they
they
also
filled
knew
it.
it was done and that there wasn't much more they
I
could
think
do
they
with
filled
it.
in a lot of blanks with Halo 4.
Destiny was a
They did it
disappointment
with too
to
much.
me.
I
I'm just gonna
didn't
say
play
it.
Destiny.
Destiny,
I don't
it
want
was.
to. I don't think I want to. I'm done.
It was lacking on a lot of things. It wasn't that it was bad. It just didn't have a whole lot that was.
You know what I love
interesting.
from NetherRealms? When you think Mortal Kombat can't get any better, it comes out fucking better. Mortal Kombat 11 and their story-wise has nothing but... That's the only video game industry that's been
It
around for
was
so
really
long.
good. It was really good. I mean, nothing will ever top Mortal Kombat 2, obviously.
Well,
but
yes, but at the same time, the
That's
story
going way
has
back.
developed and changed, and it's... If you notice, it's been more about the in-between story cinematics than it is about the game itself.
I would definitely say it's good.
Like, the fighting, they keep just for fun, to keep people going, but it's pretty much, you're playing a movie. And I love it. Like, I love the aspects of it, and the same thing they've done with Injustice.
Yeah.
And Injustice 2, which, from the game, developed a whole new comic book series, which is now a fucking huge hit in DC. So, I'm a huge fan of what they've done with that.
But going on with what's going on right now in the gaming industry, I mean, 2020 is getting a slow start. We're having a nice slow start, but there's a lot of big things coming, and we're getting the release of the PS5,
Yeah.
the Xbox X. Project. I like the name Scarlet when they said it was going to be Project Scarlet.
That would have
Yeah,
been
that
a
would've
great
been
name.
It was a great name,
Xbox
but you're going to go back and go
I was
X.
saying earlier, they should call it
And
Xbox half.
Now your console is going to be as
Xbox
big as a
3/4.
PC tower.
Oh yeah, right. It's literally.
It's literally as tall as a PC tower. Now, I don't know about many other gamers, but obviously we all usually like to use some
Something that
kind of
fits.
cupboard or something.
Usually, yeah,
And
for
it's-
your
it's
console.
For your console, and I just don't see
Well-
this is not going to fit.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get a.
Sorry,
mid-person here.
Microsoft, but we all kind of have expectations, and the PS5 is.
So
gonna
pretty
be
much it
probably
came out with a
the most-
It's gonna be
computer.
compact.
Yes.
It's gonna be
Well,
compact.
it's Microsoft, so.
Alright, well, I mean, I love you, Microsoft, but damn, dude,
Yeah.
damn.
Although
As for Nintendo, they're doing things
God,
right.
nice.
Nintendo's actually.
We got Animal Crossing coming out in March.
I am
Oh, that is
excited
true.
for
I
that.
have heard about that. That's
Yeah.
pretty
It's
gonna
exciting.
be
So,
so-
yeah.
it's gonna
It's
be great.
finally, in my opinion, I mean, I've been in love with Animal Crossing since I've had a GameCube, since the very first one. I remember when it first came out. It was the first game I ever bought for my GameCube when I bought my GameCube. And the aspect of adding more grind to it with having to cut down trees for wood, adding a grind to the game is going to give it more playability. I mean,
Yeah.
having to switch days over and over again.
You two are
It's a
huge
little annoying.
Pokemon game players.
yeah, there's
both.
been some-
You have Shield.
there's been Pokemon
Do you have
dudes.
Pokemon Shield?
I have
Sword?
Sword and Shield.
You have Sword and Shield.
My
So how's
girlfriend
that going
currently
for you
plays
guys?
Sword. I mean, Shield. I play Sword. I've put in 300 plus hours into Pokemon Sword so far, and I will say I absolutely love it. It's probably one of the games I've put
Cool,
most.
cool.
So
I would say-
so I will say, I just want to disclaimer that Pokemon Shield is my favorite of since so my favorite Pokemon game is Pokemon Emerald.
Very good
Pokemon
choice.
Shield is probably my favorite since then. Platinum is a close
Platinum
in
is
between.
very good.
So, but the thing is, Pokemon Shield is incredible. And sure, it lacked some things I didn't like. Like I liked the dungeons in earlier Pokemon games. This
Yes.
didn't really have that.
No.
But the wild area more than made up.
The
for it.
wild area is absolutely beautiful. The
I love
raid
it.
system is great. I know, and I definitely understand where a lot of people's hatred towards the game come
Yeah,
from.
it-
It comes from the story being so short, because technically you could get through the story in
Story
about
is-
26 hours if you really just wanted to
Yeah.
click right through it. Whereas most Pokemon games, it's a 50 to 60 hour story, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But what they give you with the wild areas, and the Game Freak's giving us DLC now in the summer.
Yeah, and so that actually brings me to a point, which is a lot of people are pissed at Pokemon for making DLC, but I have to say, in
It's
the
the way to
past,
go.
instead of DLC, we had to buy an entire new
Yeah,
game to
here's
get the
black
content.
and white. Here's black and white too.
Or I mean, even in the past, like Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon Platinum, of course they're objectively better versions than the other ones, but it's still an entirely new game. With the DLC, you only have to spend an extra $30 for the content, and you know which content you're getting depending on which one you buy. So, it's I think the DLC system probably could have been handled a little bit better, but I think it's better
Well,
than just making Pokemon Gun or
There's
whatever.
a lot of
Pokemon Gun.
yeah. There's a lot of stories on Reddit and 4chan and leaks and leakers, and there's always going to be this, whether it be true or not. And a lot of people saying that they were going to do a pretty much Sword and Shield 2, but once they got that huge negative feedback on not having the national dex, of having all the Pokemon in the game, they knew they needed to correct it and fix it. And if that's true, then this is great, and I'm glad they went with the DLC format for this, because now you're finding a way to add in a crap load more Pokemon. You're bringing us back all our old legendaries. Heck, you're giving us Galarian region forms of some of these legendaries.
New Galarian stuff.
If this was their way of finding a way to fix their problem and doing it faster than re-releasing the game, that is great. I am still waiting on Let's Go Johto though.
I would love a Let's Go. I'd love a Let's Go version of any of the past regions.
Let's go Hoenn, let's go Johto, Sinnoh. Oh yes.
Unova.
I know there's a lot of hate on Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, but you know what? It was a great
they were
concept,
fun, and I don't
fun.
care if they weren't that exciting. They were fun.
Hey, so talking about DLCs, they could not have done worse. This is literally the worst DLC department thing that's ever been done was by for the game Evolve by Turtle Rock Studios.
Excuse me.
That was terrible, and they even boasted online on a video about how they're getting human, people to freaking buy into their shit. It's all about making money.
Didn't Evolved let people pre-order the DLC before the game was out of beta? Or is that a different company?
No, it's a different company.
Oh, that was a different company. Okay.
No, but Evolve did, listen, all their DLCs are for most stupid shit ever. For every single tiny thing in the game, you can now buy in bundle. I mean, there was a bundle, but it was for really small shit, and then they still have a list of shit for you to buy. It was the first Xbox game with so many DLCs, and the entire purpose of it was to rip off the customers. And the company even boasted about it on video, and it got posted.
Well, if we're going to
and
talk
they still made money off.
If we're going to talk about bad DLC, then let's talk about bad remasters as well. Let's go to
before
recent.
Bad. before bad. Two good remastered games. First of all, Resident Evil 2.
Of course, Resident Evil 2, fantastic.
That was good. They made it so
that
you could actually go through
the
doors without having a loading screen and then have to come back through the door because you went the wrong way.
You can actually shoot where you're aiming.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Which is great. Second of all, this new Doom game is coming out.
Oh, Doom Eternal. I am excited
for that.
I'm
fucking... Dude, I'm jizzing my pants every time I watch the trailer.
Dennis.
Jizz in my pants. Just saying.
I don't know, Doom 64 will always have a special place.
Doom 64 is the best.
I get that. Nothing can beat the originals, but this remastered version of Doom is great. I think it has great potential, and I'm excited for when it comes out.
I don't know if anybody here plays WoW, but recently they decided
not a long time. It's been like 10 years.
Remake World of Warcraft.
Oh, they're making a remake?
Wait, a World of Warcraft 3?
Of 3, and it was so
Wait,
bad.
Warcraft or World of Warcraft?
World of Warcraft 3.
Okay.
And it was so bad that they are pretty much refunding everybody who bought the game because it has gotten the worst gamer score of any game remake
I love
that
that.
has ever happened.
I love that.
It pretty much got a 0 out of 5, and
wow.
Blizzard really. I usually just say to drop the ball.
But
Blizzard, you fucked up.
Yeah, no.
But Blizzard is coming out with Diablo 4 now.
They are.
They gotta do something after.
And you know what? Diablo 3, which took a decade and a half for them to come out.
Still can't shoot cows.
Well, I would hope
Well, there's no
not.
cows in this one.
I know, I missed
Now
Diablo
it's
2.
unicorns. And then 4, I don't know what they're gonna do. Hopefully it's hippos.
Enjoyed the story of 3 though very much. I played through that. I literally
3 was
bought
great,
Diablo
dude.
3.
The cinematics.
I bought that game at least 5 or 6 times. I think I bought it for PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, Xbox.
And then they came out
I
with
bought
Reaper
it on
Souls.
my Switch.
Hey,
I
Reaper
bought it
Souls
on-
was actually one of the best expansions ever. Reaper Souls was probably the best expansion for a Diablo game that ever came out.
I haven't actually seen that, so.
It's good.
That
It's
was
fucking
which
good.
class did they add in that one? That
They
was
added for Reaper Souls. They added shit. Can you look that up real quick? I can't even.
It was a good class.
It's been like 5 years since I played this shit.
That wasn't the Paladin add-in, was it?
No, maybe. No, they added Crusader.
The Crusader,
And
not Paladin.
there's something else.
Crusader.
Just Crusader.
Specialized Crusader shields and Holy Magic. Let me just look
Yeah,
at
the
this.
Holy Magic. It was definitely.
Features.
But they made
added
it
an
Angels.
adventure mode. What? Oh
Yes.
wow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they added
It was a little more or
So
less
they added
added
some
jump into an
NPCs.
adventure.
They
It was
added-
fun. I enjoyed the shit out of it. I mean, Indiana Diablo 2 is still my favorite, obviously, because,
Obviously.
it was just fucking, that was like the best thing
I
ever.
mean, there's cows
Especially-
going everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
Like-
Portal to kill the cows to get the treasure of the world.
Yes.
I mean, no, not just cows. Cows with halberds.
Yes.
Excuse me, what?
They had
Yes.
cows with halberds that you had to
If you
kill,
ever get a chance
and they
on
were
CC,
so
back
powerful.
play, God,
You had to
love
be
it.
high level to kill this shit. It was fucking insane.
It
That's-
was
that's
very.
beautiful.
But you got
interesting
treasure
situation.
out the ass, crazy
And they were pretty much
legendary
more than kids.
items and kits and
was-
everything. It's great.
Great game.
So, but yeah, no. So on to the worst remasters ever. Go ahead.
Okay, so first we're gonna start with the WoW's recent remaster because that was
Why'd
clearly the
Why'd they
worst.
do that? Just why?
I don't know because they were trying to make money as Blizzard always is.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
Blizzard
that's
for you.
Blizzard Entertainment for you. I mean, PC gaming.
You better not be right on my table, woman.
PC
What?
gaming's
No.
going a whole new
Alright, cool.
direction these days.
Sorry, I didn't see your fingers. I just like.
I mean, I'm not much of a PC gamer anymore. I sold my PC years back now, but it just seems Steam's kind of losing its touch. Everyone's just playing Fortnite nowadays, and
Well,
Oh my
the
god, I'm
thing,
so tired of that
here's the
shit.
thing with PC gaming, it's becoming increasingly divided between like the big budget AAA games, which is Fortnite, which is all these things that are basically
Even Elder
either-
Scrolls is dying.
and then great
Fast.
indie games.
Then great indie games, yeah.
Indie games are the hot topic.
That's
Yeah,
true.
they've been
the
exploding.
Untitled Goose Game.
Untitled
that's all
Goose Game.
Steam.
But Steam is where it's leading with the indie games.
So that's the thing. Steam has a mixing of both, but they don't promote the indie games as much.
They
So
don't.
It looks like they just have all the big things.
But that's where
but-
word of mouth type of thing. And with the internet, word of mouth is a very powerful thing these
Oh, yeah,
days.
it's the best advertisements you could ask for.
Yeah,
You
That's
get a
true.
good review and you're set. More
Yeah.
people listen.
Yeah.
Indie games only being $1 to $3 usually.
Oh, yeah,
no,
it's-
I mean,
it's-
you got
it's
people
fine
buying it.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the best
hundreds of
games.
them, really.
All these, you know what Misha got introduced me is like these mystery horror games,
Oh,
like
yeah,
where
those
you
are
don't
fun.
actually, there's not like actual really much
Kinda
gameplay,
like a
but it's
screen-
more like.
screen scroller.
I'm trying to think of a good example.
Well, first of all,
I like Law.
Friday Night Freddy's. I used to
That's-
be against that. He really got me into it because there's a story. God.
Oh boy.
Main point. So like something like Crimes of Phrase, I used to be a big fan, but I've fallen out of love with it because they keep making more, and I can't.
Well,
keep
yeah,
sharing.
they overdid
But-
it. They did
but
overdo it.
The
but
original game, I'm still going to defend as really well done.
he got me.
But there, that
Misha got me into it,
the main. Okay, so in terms of
and it
Like
scared me.
mystery
Like
horror.
it was cool. Like I would never let my fucking kid play this. Honestly, not until they're a fucking teenager. But
Valve coming back. I'm waiting for my next Portal game.
oh, dude, Portal's fucking great. Oh
Bring
my
back
god, something
the
on Valve.
game.
Oh my
Every
god,
time
you know what I
on
miss?
Valve.
What I miss? You know it. You know it.
Half-Life.
Yes. Yes.
Speaking
That's what
of
they're coming
which,
back with. Half-Life
they're coming out
3.
with Half-Life Alex,
Really?
which
Wait,
is
what?
VR exclusive.
It's gonna be VR.
They're coming out with me?
Oh,
I
yeah.
did that years ago in middle school.
Oh
Yeah,
my
now
god.
they put out VR.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, they're making a
How
Half-Life
boot
Alex.
that now,
How
mates?
is that?
But yeah, they're making Half-Life Alex, which is
Let's go around the roundabout.
So people are giving Valve shit for making it a VR exclusive, but
Yes.
it actually looks good.
Alright.
Yeah, but
Well, we're gonna have to
Who has
cut this
VR
around real
stuff?
quick.
Yeah, I'm upset,
Time's
but
coming
at the
toward the
same time, I'm
end.
still gonna get it if I get
But
it.
any last things you guys want to mention in the next 5 minutes?
Game Freak, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a wonderful job, and I love your Pokemon games. Don't listen to the hate.
Game Freak, I'm excited for what's coming
Yeah,
next.
brother.
I'm excited.
Can't wait for my eye.
We are looking for sponsors. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. All right. So
If you sponsor us, then we will shout out your product.
yes,
That's how
we
sponsorships
are.
work, and we will follow that. We will follow.
We
these
kiss a
actions.
lot of ass. Let's just say that.
Very good at kissing ass.
It's your favorite pastime.
Oh,
Oh,
only that beautiful black beauty. That's what I do.
What?
I'm
Oh, that was a good
I'm
movie.
gonna not. I'm not
It
gonna
was.
comment.
Heck, beauty.
Then you need to watch
Disney, don't shut us down.
Amen.
You can buy us out though, Disney.
Yeah, we're all cool with that. All right. So, again, games that I recommend everybody to play. Obviously, Red Dead Redemption. They're coming out. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Cyberpunk is getting released probably in September. They're saying now.
September?
They're stopping it so they can fix it, make it even better. If that's the case, then I'm excited. Keanu Reeves is the main character of the game.
Oh,
You
wow.
gotta love that.
Gotta love that.
Yeah.
I'm looking
Apparently-
forward to that.
So, I don't know if you heard, but Death Stranding got a lot of love for having amazing graphics. Apparently, Cyberpunk blows it out of the water. So,
Oh.
Death Stranding was the one you walked around, right?
Death Stranding
Yeah.
got the walking around.
Oh, that game was one of the worst games ever released in all time.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not
That
gonna-
is. I agree.
So here's the thing. I went in. So a lot of people
Well
had
done.
expectations for what it would be like. I went in expecting it to be shit, so I actually enjoyed it a little because it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Also, to
And
the
also
Witcher
Norman
game
Reedus is great.
fans, I would like to recommend the Witcher TV show on Netflix with Henry Cavill, and that was actually fucking amazing. He talks just like the damn fucking character
Girl.
in the game, and it's good.
I was
And
actually-
apparently, according to Crackerjack here, he is just like it takes place way before the game, so they have a lot of story play to play with before it gets to the actual storyline.
Shout out to Dandelion.
Yes,
Yeah,
that we
shout out
actually
to
know and love, but it is done very amazingly. Yennefer is played by an amazing actress, and that's gonna be, if I have another daughter, her next name is Yennefer, and if she doesn't have purple eyes, she's gonna wear purple fucking contacts.
You know, I actually found Yennefer's perfume on Amazon, so if anyone's interested in that, Lilac and Gooseberries.
All right,
Amazon,
put
look
that in
it
the
up.
comments if you're interested, and we will.
And,
Alex will give a shout out to
everybody
that.
else
Yeah.
that's Team Triss, let me know, because Team Triss, that's my girl right there. Red hair, don't care. What's up?
All right. Don't forget to check out Mia Bright's
Boy.
station or
What?
videos
Station?
playlist for the
Station?
fucking I don't know YouTube shit channels.
Not on the
There you go.
radio, don't check your
YouTube
local
channels.
channels.
Check out Mia Bright and their horror short films that we've been making for a while now, starring me on some of them. Sadly, because Mia Bright has no better option than me as a fucking actor. But goddamn, I look handsome. That's all I gotta say.
I can't
You
Um,
could
find
have
a
done
better
worse.
actor.
Hi, my name is Bruce. So, continue on with
Yes.
that, and
Watch it,
also
give me attention.
coming soon. I will our first Crackerjack and I have a D&D show coming up. Well, we have a game
Yes.
coming up. Our first session will be the 15th.
Dennis.
Our
But-
next session will be Dennis already screwed up his character and is
I
about to be
am
killed, so
coming
that's
back,
okay, guys.
dude. I did not kill anybody. I threw a child in a bottle.
He threw a child
It's
in the
glass
main
bottles.
city before the story even begins, and
You know
now
what?
he's about to get arrested.
I
by
didn't mean
guards.
to roll so high. It was supposed to be funny.
It was supposed to be funny,
The
but
child is alive.
when
They
you
only got a
roll
few.
a
I'm gonna roll to
17
throw.
is-
Oh, whoops, not 20.
He's
Oh,
a good
no.
guy. He's a good guy,
Child
okay?
to the moon.
He's a good sorcerer who was abused by Jafar, and he's socially awkward. Yeah, I stole Jafar, and I have his snake staff, by the way.
Okay.
So, but it needs to be repaired before the magic can return. Ooh, I like that. But yeah, so we will have our first gaming
So it's
session
just a
on
regular staff?
the 15th.
Can't wait. To
I
see
am
what that
recording
DM
this,
does there.
and I am starting a side channel for a D&D group. If anybody who wants to listen to a D&D game,
You know I love D&D.
dude, I was
been
invited.
begging
I did
people.
not create this.
One session
I was
in,
invited.
we'll probably get you in because
If you want to
we
get
can
in-
always use more on our campaign.
Actually, that would help because I need a ride. So,
yeah, that would be wonderful.
yeah.
Anyway, so
so
first
if you want
session-
part of it, John can talk to Noah, our
Yes.
DM, about
I
that.
can get you in
Okay,
pretty
cool.
And
easily.
we're playing
I can
only
get you
good
in pretty easily.
characters. Only good
Yeah.
characters is what I
And-
learned after I threw the child into the glass bottles.
And I have a pet chicken.
Okay.
Wait,
Oh,
that's-
is it
I don't remember that.
is it an Easter egg kind? The one that lays blue, green, and pink eggs?
No, it's a cuckoo.
Oh.
Like
Wonderful.
It leaves shit.
And if you pack the chicken, it's just like Legend of Zelda, and
Yeah.
it'll rain down chickens on you.
That's beautiful.
All right, guys.
So-
Thank you for listening to the Kaos Circus game. We're here again. Again, this is TKR,
Alex?
Crack a jack.
Mia Bright.
and we are out. Sorry, it's gonna take me a minute to turn off. I'll
Yeah,
edit this last
Please
part out.
edit.
Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah.